Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am a Jen who reads, and today we're going to talk all about the Reindeer Readathon, which is how I built my December TBR this year. This year I am joining Breakeven Books in their Reindeer Readathon. So I will link their announcement video below. So basically, you sign up and then you get assigned a team. So I got assigned Team Nutcracker. And then you follow the prompts and you read books that fit into those prompts. And each prompt is worth a different amount of points. So I'll get into that a little bit more after I pick the books. I also made 2 bingo cards again, like I did last month. I made a Christmas bingo card, which is a little bit smaller. And then I also made a winter bingo card, which has more squares on it. And the reason I did it that way was so that you could use the winter bingo card for 2 months. So it could be like your December, January bingo card for your TBR. So if you want those, I have them over on my Instagram. And I also am going to put them on my Etsy shop. And I will put a link to my Etsy shop in the description. So first things first, I have to look at the prompts and then I have to pick books that fit those prompts. So I'm going to have you come along with me while I do that. And then we will sit down and talk about which books I pick. All right, so I think I have all of the books. The first prompt is Dasher. So when you sign up for the Reindeer Readathon, one of the files that you will get is a word search. And you're supposed to look through the word search and write down the first 5 words that you see, and then pick a book with one of those words in the title. So the words that I found were secret, diet, hand, blood, and gold. So I looked through my TBR and I chose Donna Tartt, A Secret History, for my Dasher prompt. For the Dancer prompt, you needed to read a book that had 5 or more words in the title. So for that, I chose This Is How You Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone. This one has been on my list to read for quite a while, and it's not that hefty of a book, so I think I'll be able to get through it pretty quick. The prompt for Prancer is to read a book in a setting that you have never been, and I have never been to a lot of places, and so this was on my radar for December anyways. Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, because I've read a lot of other books by her, and I've loved everything that I've written. Forgot to take the sticker off. So I started to read the very beginning of this just to see if I could figure out where it was set. And it does seem like it's set in San Francisco, and I've never been to San Francisco. So I'm going to read Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren for my Prancer prompt. The next prompt is the Vixen Prompt, and that is to read a book that you have been putting off. So I have been putting off This Is How We Lose the Time War, but you can't double up books on the prompts unless it's a bonus prompt. So we had to find another book. So for this one, I chose Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I'm pretty sure this has been on my TBR both for October and November, and I still haven't gotten to it. And I love TJ Klune. I love House in the Cerulean Sea. I know I'm going to love this book. So is December the month that I'm actually going to get to Under the Whispering Door? Hopefully the Reindeer Readathon will help me do that. The next prompt is the Donner Prompt, and that's to read a book with multiple animals on the cover. So I feel like this might be stretching it a little bit, but I picked up Bookshops and Bone Dust. And there's an animal, there's a mouse, and there is a dog bird type of a thing. So I'm going to count this as an animal. So that's 2, that's multiple. So for this prompt, I'm going to read Bookshops and Bone Dust. For the Rudolph prompt, it says to read a book that came out before you were born or a book that was released this year. So for this one, I'm going to actually pick a small children's book. It's one that I actually read every Christmas anyways with my students. So for this prompt, I'm going to choose How the Grinch Stole Christmas because it definitely came out before 1981. Okay, so for Blitzen, we had to roll a die and then we had to multiply a 6-sided die. We had to multiply whatever we rolled by 100, and then we had to read a book that was at least a minimum of that many pages. So I rolled a 2, so that's not too bad. So I had to read a book that was at least 200 pages. So I am going to read another book that I've been putting off. This one is about 350 pages, and that's Radiant Sin by Katie Robert. For the Comet prompt, you have to read a book that starts with the same letter as your star sign. So I'm an Aries, and so that is A. So for this prompt, I chose A Little Life. I feel like this book may be one that changes out as I am progressing through December because I already have a pretty hefty stack and I want to read as many books in these categories as possible so that I can get as many points for my team as possible. But for right now, we're going to just put A Little Life into this slot. The prompt for Cupid, I actually don't have yet. I'm going to go to the bookstore before December and try to find a prompt for Cupid, which is a book with multiple POVs. So if you have a recommendation for a book with multiple POVs, please let me know in the comments below, and I will check those out when I go to the bookstore. So that is all of the prompts, but then we have bonus prompts. And so the bonus prompts can be doubled up. So the Christmas Star bonus prompt is worth 25 points, and that's to read a book that is more than 500 pages. And I don't think I have one of those on my list, so I probably won't be accomplishing that. Then we have the Christmas Lights, and that's worth 15 points, and that is to read an ebook. So I do have my Kindle, and I have a couple of quick read romances saved on there. I just haven't decided. I'm going to sort of wait and use that as a mood read. And so that one is one that's not going to be predetermined. Then we have the Christmas Carol bonus, which is worth 20 points, and that is to listen to an audiobook. I'm listening to an audiobook now that I probably won't finish until December. However, the rules state that you have to begin and end these books in December in order for them to count, and I'm a rule follower. So I really don't know what audiobook is going to be available next to me. I have about 6 of them on hold on Libby. So whatever one of those pops up first is going to be my bonus for the Christmas Carols prompt. Then there is the Christmas Tree prompt, and that is to branch out and read a book that you wouldn't normally go for. And I think that Donna Tartt's The Secret History is probably going to be that book for me because I did read another book by her and I didn't really enjoy it. And so I said that I wasn't going to read any more books by Donna Tartt, but I don't know. We'll see. And then the Christmas Elf, which is worth 15 points, is to read a book that's been on your shelf or your TBR for a long time. And How to Lose the Time War is that book. And then Slaying It is an extra 50 points, and that's if you complete all the prompts and the bonus prompts. So I don't think that I'm going to do that. But I'm going to try my hardest to get as many points as I can for Team Nutcracker. We have a Discord, and we have like a special Team Nutcracker chat in the Discord. So that's a lot of fun. And we get to follow each other on social media. And so I'm really, really looking forward to this reading prompt this readathon. In 2024, I am going to try to do a readathon a month. So we'll see if I can find one every single month. We'll see how that goes. I'm also going to see if any of the books that I chose would fit on my bingo cards, because that would be cool if I could also complete a bingo card for the month of December. You know, go out with a bang. 2023 ended on a high note. Overall, this has been a really great reading year for me, but I don't want to talk about the stats or the numbers until I do my December reading wrap up. But I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to December and all the Christmas festivities, and I will see you in my next video. Please follow me on all of my socials, which are listed in the description below, and see you next time.